Here we are for realsy. So I thought I'd try and do this a little bit closer for this go, and might even move the camera a second time. But while I'm doing that, I'm going to quickly show you something. If I don't shut this camera off, I have this whole thing set up trying to keep the sun off this phone. All right, so lots of bees outside. You can see what the bees are doing. They're like faced towards the opening, and the closer they are like beating their wings. It's kind of what's going on here. They're trying to figure out what's happening. And a lot of that is just, it's heat. They're trying to get airflow through there. You can see out back, I had this lid lifted up a little bit. I don't know if you remember, I put two sticks in there just to lift the back lid up so they can crawl in and out of the back, so it gets them some airflow. And we have something similar on this one. Now these are called telescoping lids because really what you can do is push them forward or backwards. That allows them to let air in or out, and there's a little opening in the front of the top lid that allows air through. So I'll put this back in, and I have my smoker going finally for once. I'm going to put a little contraption I have over top of this in an attempt to, if I can, keep the sun off of the phone so it doesn't overheat, because that has happened previously. So I also have a new mic I forgot I had, honestly. All right, have that, and let's see. I think we're mostly good. It's really hard to tell. All right, well, I think we're pretty good. All right, so smoker's going. I'm gonna go ahead and don the jacket. I actually have a hood that it's not as warm out today as it could be. It's actually cooled down just a little bit, but it's been really hot the last few days. And so it's again been 2 weeks since I've been in here. Remember, I was going on some travel. And so, I don't know, I just have this feeling they're gonna be anxious. And I don't feel like getting stung as much. Although this is hotter than I want to be, I'm okay with that. So, all right, we're gonna go in this one first. Again, one of these, I believe, is this one we found. Some, like one queen cell, like the potential that they were thinking about a queen. Oh, let's see how that's working out. Ah, that's probably not good. Sorry about that. So where do I clip this thing? Up here, maybe. All right, let's do that. All right, so zip this back up. So let's see how this goes. Lots and lots of bees. I say that every time, don't I? Oh, these bees are actually building comb up through the top. That's interesting. I feel like I don't often see that. So they are really trying to make space, good or bad. So I gave them an extra box 2 weeks ago in an attempt for them to have some more space. And it looks like they are trying to create even more. So let me show you what I'm talking about if I can. I'll take this off and just move this. So if you look down there, you can see that they are right there. They're building comb up through the hole. So that's not great. So let's see what we can do. All right. Yeah, maybe the extra hat wasn't the best thing, but there we go. All right, lots and lots of bees. It's very sticky. It's very sticky because they're building all that wax. So they're pretty calm so far. So I'm just going to give them a tap off. So they're building lots of new wax, which is actually encouraging because some of these did not have, I think it was this box did not, yeah, I can see one that does not have some wax on it. So I was hoping they would actually build some of that wax. So what we can do is kind of hang that off the side I'm gonna go off and back. So what we're hoping for is this top box is not used for bees, but it's used for honey. So that's really what I'm checking for. There are 8 frames. We're gonna see how they're building their honey out. Now this is stuck together, which means they have stuck them together down beneath as well. There we go. I'm trying to be careful, but let's see what the deal is here. Very heavy. So either it's stuck, which actually feels like it's stuck. Oh no, it just has, it ripped off. Wow, so they had joined it to the frame. So that is all honey. It's a very, that honey is flowing freely. So that's still nectar, not quite yet honey. So that's a mess and annoying, to be honest with you, but they're going to be okay. But they have actually built out. I'll pull this one out here real quick and show you. They're actually doing a pretty quick job of building this frame out. So that's encouraging. I sometimes really struggle with that, but they're actually building comb on both sides, at least a little bit. On this side, they have a little bit more. So let me show you what they got. So this was completely empty. So this is all new wax. And it's a little bit of new wax going on the other side. All right. So far, so good. They're using this for honey. This one is honey. Now I'm trying to see this middle one, see what's going on here. Yeah, these are really heavy. So they're not capped yet. I was hoping to maybe do honey next weekend. And I think we'd be close on a few of these, but it really depends how they end up doing this next week, this coming week. This next week is Father's Day, and sometimes that's a good day for me to, if people are available, have some friends over. Oh my goodness, this one is so heavy. So this one is really stuck out on both sides because the frames next to it did not have full comb. So this one is like twice as thick as the frame itself. So there's a significant amount of honey on there. That also means it's really kind of overdone there. Yes, that is one of the problems of putting new frames in. They are pulling comb out, but they're also just making the ones next to it thicker. So this one has some honey. So they're doing a great job. Honestly, I wasn't sure. And then this one is full of honey. I'm going to guess the one on the end is as well. So you know what, we're doing okay. We got, yeah, this one's almost fully capped. Same deal, like one side is completely capped, so it's all covered. This side is mostly capped, but it's really stuck out because the one next to it didn't have comb on it. So live and learn. So what will happen is when we take the honey out, we'll shave that off almost flat again. And then, okay, same deal. So they got a lot of honey up here. The deals are, they're gonna seal it up this week or not. Maybe I'll come back in briefly Saturday and just check the top to see. And then, then decide. Let people know that it might be happening. If not, it would be the week after. And that's okay too. All right, so maybe a little bit later than I normally would. But I'm going to fit these back in the same way because these are so thick. It's going to make it really hard to fit it back together otherwise. So we definitely have, 3 or 4 at least. They're all very heavy, so they are getting a lot of nectar right now. We've had very hot weather, but we've also had some thunderstorms, so there's some good, I'm sure nectar's flowing. I see a lot of flowers behind me, or behind you. All of these frames are just really heavy, and that's great. So they're making honey. Yay. All right, so now the only other major thing I want to do is shaving some of this honey off real quick. The wax, listen to me. I just want to see, check the queen, and mostly checking to see if they have any queen cells, as we've said every time we get in here. All right, so this one went on this side and fit in next to this really puffed out one. And then this one's hard because it's so puffed out. So what I'm going to do is try and pull these two back as far as I can. And I'm going to attempt to put this back in the same way. I'm going to take this little chunk of honey wax with honey though off and see if we can get this back in there without too much of a mess. All right, be okay. All right, so there's open honey. They're all excited about that. I mean, I don't really know what they're feeling. They seem excited, to put it that way. All right, so that's all good. I'm gonna take, I wish I could eat that right now, but I can't. All right, so now we're gonna go down and just see how the other frames are doing. This is gonna be very heavy. You know, for kind of lifting it from up here. This is probably, we'll see, 40 to 50 pounds. Yes, definitely. All right. So the question becomes, there's a lot of bees. So I'll say this, they haven't split if there's a chance they were going to, at least this week. So I showed you, I recorded a really quick video before I did this one, just to test this new mic, and I showed you the window. It's on the side of this box, you could see into it. So what we're trying to do is just pry these apart so I can see similar things. Like I had put some frames in here that were not fully built out. So I've done a similar thing. They've built out the wax in a weird way, but these also have, I can see larvae on some of these. So yeah, so she is using these. Now this one they're putting honey on. So they were using this mostly. There are some male, oh, there were definitely some queen cells in there. That just exploded. So, all right. So these ripped apart. So I'm not going to get a good thing, but that tells me that it's hot, they're stuffed, and these are actually queen cells that just ripped apart. So there's no queen in there, but that's the larva that was being developed into a queen. So the queen is ready to go, and so I could try and prevent that in the next few days. I usually don't have very often or very long before that happens. I could take a chance that it's going to, you know, swarm on a bush back here and I'll happen to see it and it will all just be great. What I don't want to have happen is for it to swarm into a neighbor. So this is going to be tricky. But I'm guessing there's going to be more queen cells. So let's see what we can figure out here. All right, same deal. So one of the tricks is you can lift up and kind of look down, and I can see a bunch of queen cells, like a lot. So this queen is raring to go. She has not left yet. There's just way too many bees in here for her to have left, but she's probably getting thin. So she will stop laying eggs and eating for a little bit. Yep, tons of queen cells. Tons and tons of queen cells. Now, they've all been damaged, and this is not just me. I don't know what's going on here, but there's a lot of them. It's just annoying. Just really annoying. So they like stuck them somehow, however they did this, I don't normally see this, they stuck them. So here's even more. You can see them all along this frame. So those are all queen cells. Now there's one that's intact. All of these are opened up, but those are all queen cells. And so there's just one so far that's intact. There's really nothing I can do. They are raring to go. She's ready to leave. She's laid more eggs in here. So I will let them tear these down, but it means that if I want, I could try and find the queen. I did bring some boxes out. I could set up at least one new hive, although I'd probably end up with two. Yeah, this is all brood. So I won't find any new eggs in here right now because she would have stopped laying by now. She's going to be hard to identify because she's just going to be smaller. There's another queen cell. So they are making queen cells. They are looking to get out of here. it's probably going to be really hard to find the queen. And so that's what I would have to do, is another queen cell. Like, they are determined to make a new queen. All right, so this is not surprising. Remember, we saw one in here last time. So I could keep going down through here. What's going to happen is honey production is going to go down pretty quickly. So I'm going to lose a bunch of bees out of here. These are not emergency, so the queen didn't die. Emergency is like when they're in the middle of a frame. It has more. Every frame so far has had queen cells on it in this box. So, well, shoot, this isn't what I wanted to have happen today. All right, so what I'm going to do is turn the camera off, kind of cover it up so it doesn't get too hot, and I'm going to figure out if I want to, there's just so many bees in here, if I want to try and split this hive, which means I will, if I can find the queen, I will take about half of them in a box in one direction, then leave all the queen cells that are left in the box with all the other bees. It's a hard decision. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going on over here. That one did not have a queen cell last time, so just be interesting to see if it does have one. But I'll turn the camera off for now. If I find the queen and this is interesting, then I'll turn it back on.